Do you think that these schools and fan bases have lost the sense of patience in the process of building something?
Well, it's no one patience in this world. How do we exude patience when we could call up right now and get a pizza delivered right here? That you could call and get a ride waiting outside for you. Everything is expeditious in this country. Everyone wants the quick fix, the quick things. You got mail order brides too, right? You get married, right away. You could get a BBL. You could come in here flat as I don't know what, and leave thick as a Snicker. So this is a different country that we live in, man. Ain't nobody got no patience no more. I understand that, and I don't either. I don't have patience as well. I want things done right now because I'm used to getting up there working, putting in the work, and you want that result from the work you put in. It don't oftentimes work like that. That's a great question. I appreciate that.
That like when you told them that you were here to stay and weren't going anywhere, that was sort of the start to everybody really coming. Did you see almost a different team from before that to when you told them that and see like almost something in their eye of like, okay, now we have the confirmation, I guess, in a sense from you, and now we're going to go out there and really continue doing what we've been doing?
Well, it's never been anything but that, and wherever that story came from, obviously, it's already been taken down and everything else. I mean, it's just total, as Trump would say, fake news. I mean, it's just, I don't know, it's just a novel. There's plenty of that out there too, by the way, but I'm not going to deal with that. Look, our consistency has been here since the day that, Michael Lombardi and I came in and started hiring people and come into the organization in December. We got here the same day, and we've been doing it every day, and, and that's the way it's going to be. So, I'm sure there's a lot of other people out there that want to get, clicks and views and, posts on my face or whatever. But like, it's just a bunch of garbage.
Brian Kelly being fired, guy won more than 70% of his games. It seems like the expectations in the new college landscape has led to more midseason firings. What do you make of the state of the game, and is there any sort of danger here?
I don't know. I mean, it's the world we live in. Everybody's got a voice. Everybody listens to somebody. A lot of I don't know enough about that situation, to be honest with you, that specific situation. I think you're asking a general view, but I don't know enough about what's going on over there. Got enough things to worry about in our own house, and that's what I focus on. It's obviously a tough situation on everybody. I mean, let's be honest. It's the players dealing with it, fans dealing with it, coaches dealing with it at this time in the middle of a season. I think there's so much built around the playoffs, and it's like everything's boom or bust, and you can't have a normal season. People got to make decisions earlier based on how somebody does, and I don't know enough about it. I know it's high expectations. I coached at LSU, and a guy once told me, he said, that office you're in, that's not your office. You're borrowing it. And I knew right then that if you didn't win, you wouldn't be there long.
This week we talked about hobbies. I asked all the team about their hobbies. Some people said, I like to fish. I like to hunt. I like to ski. I like to cook. I said, is anybody compensating you for that? They said, no, I just like to do it. I said, hey, we didn't even tell you to do it, but you like to do it, right? They said, yeah. I said, when you do that, do you give it your all? They said, yeah. I said, well, won't we do the same thing with this game? Because last time I checked, we're getting a check to do this. So let's give it your absolute all. Make it your hobby. Make it personal. Make it has some feeling into it that you want to be successful. I've never done nothing in my life where I wanted to just compete. I've always wanted to win, and I'm trying to get that across. Like, everything you do in life, you gotta want to win, man.
Lane, a big win on the road against Oklahoma. Just curious as your thoughts following the game. Coach Brent Venables said he felt like he had the better team. Just your overall thoughts on that.
That's an interesting take. That's a hot take. He had a better team. I wouldn't have thought that people watching would say that. I felt that when we won at their place in weather that as a defensive head coach you would normally wish for, and won by 8 points. And I think we left a lot out there. I think we should have won by a couple scores. So I don't know how he evaluated that game, that they were the better team. I mean, we had way more yards, 21 first downs to 14, and we played, 87 plays of offense, and they had 1 sack and didn't force any turnovers. That's a interesting take, but whatever he needs to say.
And also, following up to road trips
Maybe
to Georgia.
maybe they had the better team last year too when we beat them. Sorry.
Yes, sir. Following up, on the road against Georgia.
Maybe you had the better team in Oklahoma when we beat them 55-19 in the national championship. Maybe. Maybe you had the better team at Clemson when we beat them 45-40 in the national championship at Alabama. Next question, my bad. You got me
Okay.
on that.
Getting to the eligibility discussion, but Vanderbilt's a really old team. They've got like 50 guys who've, or at least juniors or above. What type of advantage in that system does that give to them? And then how do you, I guess, maybe going forward, get an old team?
Yeah, I think that I think it's probably a somewhat of an advantage regardless of the system. You know, veteran players, guys who have have seen more things in game, able to make maybe quicker adjustments in game, are some advantages to that. Older, stronger, things like that. It's such a fine line. We want to recruit high school really, really well. And, for as long as I can remember, of being at Alabama or being on some of the best teams, when you recruit really well and players perform well, a lot of them leave early to go to the draft. When you recruit well and maybe players aren't playing quite as much as they would like, they want an opportunity to play, they leave too. Guys transfer. And then you try to recruit really good high school kids. And so one of the drawbacks of that is, we're one of the younger teams in the country. And so there's always that fine line of, okay, do you take more transfers? There was a reason we took so many, interior defensive lineman transfers and we tried to get older there a little quicker. And so I guess it's kind of on a yearly basis of where you're at as a team and what type of leadership you have and where's your maturity. But I don't know if we'll ever be one of the older teams in the country. I think we'll probably, if we can continue to do what we've been doing, we'll always be on the younger side. But I think, it's always nice to get older at key spots when you can through the portal.
But how important is that for them to be able to spend this holiday at home with their family, kind of, to celebrate this week?
No, I'm really excited for our coaches. I mean, when you say everybody needs to recharge on the bye week, our coaches do too. So I'm looking forward to them hanging out with their families and obviously recruiting is an everyday thing, but allowing them to go trick or treating and I mean, it's crazy when you think about the costumes and how exciting it gets. But I actually. I'll give you a quick story. Well, Taysom Hill had a bye one weekend, and he came to my house to visit during Halloween trick-or-treating time. So he came by to visit, and we're trying to get our kids ready for Halloween, and I just said, Taysom, go hand out the candy. I gave him my job. So he goes out there, and next thing I know, there's this huge line at our house because Taysom Hill's over there. Then the next year, we happen to have a bye week or had Halloween off again. It might have been during the middle of the week, and all the kids showed up again, and all they were asking is, "Where's Taysom Hill?" And I was like, "Oh, this." But it's like, I'm the head coach. They just want the players, and I'm okay with that. So I don't know if I'm gonna hand out the candy this year. I'm gonna maybe who in the NFL has a bye? Oh, Jamal Williams is gonna always be available. Maybe he'll come by and bring his daughter to trick or treat in my neighborhood, and he could take over as the guest candy giver. So yeah, but we love it, guys. Have fun this weekend, and it's great to see you. But you guys don't have to see my ugly mug for a while. We'll see you guys next week. But appreciate you guys.
You got a favorite Halloween candy?
There's not a candy I don't like. You don't get this figure from being picky. Give it all to me. I take all the sugar I can. Appreciate it, guys.
Happy Halloween.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoy that clip, make sure you click subscribe somewhere down here. From game highlights to exclusive interviews and rankings, we've got everything you need as a college football fan right here, College Football on Fox.